So the goal for the week 3 assignment is to create an etiquette web page. I've provided you text for the page. I have that open here on the right as in a PDF format. It's also available in doc format. On the left here I have Komodo Edit open, and I've already done a few steps of the assignment. So I created a week 3 folder. Inside that folder I created an images folder and downloaded the image for this week. And then in Komodo Edit, I started a new project called Week 3, and I started a new page called the index.html, and I created the basic HTML text. If you need a refresher on how to do any of those steps, you can rewatch the Week 2 demo. So the next step is to get started on our assignment, and I have that open behind the scenes here in Blackboard. And we've already done several of these steps. So inside the body, we're going to code our image. Okay, and here's the example of the image. So I'm going to come back here and type the image tag. And first we need to type images, which is the name of the folder that we created and put our image in. And then we need the name of the actual file itself, which is egg_alcove _ptn .jpg. And then normally we would need to look up the width and height of the image, but it's given right here in the assignment. You can look these up in your the information about the file on your hard drive. So both Mac and Windows, that will work. If you need help with that, email me and I will help you find that information. Okay, and then the last thing is the slash and the closing tag or closing caret. The slash properly closes an element that doesn't have a close tag, so there's no /img tag to close anything. It's just one all-in-one tag, so you need to end with that slash. And then the next step is going to be to link that image to copyright.gov. So I'm going to come before it and say A for an anchor, href equals, and then http and then after the image I need to make sure I close the link. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and save that and preview it in this page, and you can see that the image appeared, so I typed everything there correctly, and if I click on the image it goes to copyright.gov, so I've linked my image properly as well. Most of the rest of the assignment is going to be to copy and paste in the text from the Netiquette text files I've given you and format it. So the first thing here is a big bold heading, and then you do not have to retype everything into the text editor. It is okay to copy paste the text. So I'm going to do that here and make my H1, and if I save the page you'll see that the bottom preview updates, so I can see what's happening right as I do it. So the next thing is a paragraph by Virginia Shea, and then we need to link Virginia Shea to this website. So href again, and then the link is over here in the PDF. So I got too much and I'm going to fix that. And then after Virginia Shea's name, so this time we're linking text instead of an image, I'm going to close the link and save. And then you can see down here that Virginia Shea's name shows up linked. And if I click on it, it goes there, so I know that I've done that properly. And then we're just going to repeat this over and over again. And introduction, which is an H2. And then a paragraph for the first paragraph here. And then I'm going to just fix my paragraph a little here so it looks neater. In Komodo Edit, and then I'm going to save, and you can see that my paragraph has been added. Now I didn't have to do that neatness stuff for it to look that way in the bottom, but it makes my code look a lot neater. If your code doesn't look like this in Komodo Edit, that's okay. It doesn't have to. I've made a few changes to Komodo Edit to make it look like this. But if you're interested in making those changes, you can go up to the Preferences in the menu system and make changes to wrapping your text and indents and things like that. If you need help with that, you can email me. Alright, so the rest of the assignment is going to be to mostly just repeat that. So I'm going to skip ahead and go ahead and skip to a file where all of that is already done. Alright, so now I have that file open where I've already done all of the text formatting. And you can see that the formatting is essentially the same as it was in the Netiquette PDF or Word doc, where I've made everything in heading, paragraph, or this is an H3 here. And as you go down, you can see that throughout. Okay, so at this point in the assignment, yours should look just like this. Next step is going to be to add navigation to our assignment, to our web page. So the first step is going to be to label our headings. And I'm just going to do one here to demo. And I've already done it. So I have an ID equal to rule 1 here that I've added to the H1. And you need to add this to each of your rules. But each one will say ID equals rule 1, rule 2, rule 3, rule 4, so on. And then at the top of the page, right underneath Netiquette or Virginia Shea, let's put it under Virginia Shea, I am going to put in a horizontal rule. Horizontal rules are also empty elements and that they do not have a closing tag, so you need to end with a slash. And then I'm going to start a paragraph for navigation. And then I need to add my link. So href equals, to link to an ID, we're going to use the # and the name of the ID that we just typed in. So rule 1. These need to match exactly, so it must be the same case in everything. Some text for somebody to click on, and then I'm going to close my link and save. And you can see that I now have navigation and rule appear at the bottom. And if I click on that, it scrolls down the page to that heading. So you're going to repeat that same step for all of the different rules so that you'll have rule 1, rule 2, rule 3 all linked up here in the navigation. The last step of your assignment is going to be to scroll all the way down to the bottom of your HTML. And right before the body tag closes, you're going to add a horizontal rule. and a paragraph with text that says something like created by your name, and then you're going to link your name to your email address. So A for a link, again, href equals, and then to link to an email address, you want to start your link with mail to colon and then your email address. And then don't forget to close your link after your name. And then if you save that and scroll all the way to the bottom, you should now have an email link. And if you click on this, it should take you to your mail program, or at least try to take it to your mail program if you have that set up. Okay, so that's the last step. So after you've finished your assignment, you're going to save it, preview it in a browser, and then you're going to upload your website, the whole site, to the web server, the class web server. You should have gotten some experience doing this earlier this week for the week 2 assignment. And then you're going to navigate to that URL in your web browser and submit the URL in Blackboard. If you have problems with the FTPing or the publishing step, please email me and I will help you out.